Hey, this is Rick Ross, ARP Philly, ARP News, ARP Logistics, and Wisdom at the Docks. And I'm gonna make this a special episode because Rick Ross survived the weekend. Yes, everybody know that I always wear this bulletproof vest, and I always support my buddy War Child. Shout out to him, but a lot of things been happening on social media. People been shut down really weird. So I was gonna go down there and at night and see if the store was open because I talked about the things that's going on in South Street. But it looks like I got sidetracked with some other business, and I avoided going down there altogether. That was my plan because I wanted to do a thing about South Street and how I noticed how they started putting the barricades up. And I was like, wow, that's different. And then all of a sudden it turns into a shooting range. Literally. Yeah. So, go back to that on Instagram when I used to could post on Instagram. And I put it on Facebook too, and now I'm gonna put it on I'm gonna put it on YouTube. And it's so weird how I just got shut down. They just picked up certain things and say, "Oh, we got your algorithms and we know it can trigger you," and they lay it out before you. And I've been telling everybody, don't fall for the triggers because it's a trap, a death trap. What kind of death trap? A trap that will cut your voice. So my voice is cut on Instagram, and I can still do some stuff on Facebook, but they're saying a lot of my stuff is restricted. So I'm just doing as much as I can because I told everybody this is the beginning of the Great Depression. And unlike last Great Depression, the black community had a lot of caveats. But one caveat was they had their own little special, segregated, economically insulated shoes and socks, while everybody else was in a global, situation, and they got their socks wet. And when superior people are doing worse than inferior people, you're gonna have a problem. So that's why, you had Tulsa, Oklahoma, because the segregated black people, the economy was segregated from theirs. But when they had problems, we didn't. It was a major shock. So that's how usually civilizations come up, but usually the ones at the top push them back down. And then we have our old situations. I tell everybody about that. But the one person that really exposed that fact to me was Johnny Gossett Jr., who used to be um, the president of the UNIA um, back in 2014. And I got his last interview before he died, and he looked at me, and I don't know if I had the same hat on or not, but he just kind of left something. He's like, "I'm out of here. You gonna have to figure out, it was this a good thing? 'Cause I already know it was a bad thing because I knew how things was before." He remembered the 40s. He remembered the 40s. He already lived it, and he's seen algorithms. When you get older in life, you notice algorithms, patterns. And let me tell you something. Good luck, everybody. I tell everybody, be self-made so you can help people. And the people that you help are the people that's willing to help you back and build something great around you called the community or environment, because you can't get it from the government. You know, you can't expect everything to happen because things are falling apart right now. I'm at the docks right now, and let me tell you something. Things are creepy. And Ken V, who was a YouTuber, he said, I'm cashing out. And when a black trucker that's very successful, because he wanted to be further away from slavery as possible, that's why he took that title, owner-operator, the same reason why I took this title, owner and operator, because I want to be self-sufficient. Because if you're not, you're in trouble. So when I seen a guy like that, person that I'm kind of like wanting to be, and you see what happened to him. He said this is the new plantation, and then all of a sudden the gas prices go up and the routes get harder to get by, and they tightening up on not the big pockets but your pockets, and you're like, uh-oh, one of us is in deep trouble. It's time to diversify. And that's why I was telling everybody, you gotta learn different skills. If you only can drive trucks, you're screwed. If you can fix trucks, maybe you're not so screwed. But, you know, the more skills you know, the more pigeonholed. They can't control you. You can do what you want to do instead of what, alright, because once they all had you screwed up, they're like, okay, alright, now, you're really fucked up, buddy. Now why don't you go over here and wait in that line and fill out that paperwork so we can know everything we need to know, so we can give you what you need. No sir, not me. So I tell everybody, you know what the deal is. Ross Wisdom. The Ross Wisdom of the day: make sure you can save yourself. And as food gets scarce and everything gets scarce, and as the Great Depression gets more obvious to the regular people, hopefully you catch on faster than everybody else. Get what you need. Find out the skills you need to keep, you know, your lifestyle that you want to try to maintain through this thing, and make sure you can maintain it. Cause yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, they spray painted my truck after I cleaned it off. It's just insult to injury. If I don't start laughing about this stuff, I'm going to turn into something different. But I'm not going to let that happen, because if you're self-made, that means you're in self-control. Don't let them put strings on you and start puppeting. And if they are, find some scissors. Cut one string at a time. Don't try to cut all of them. Bye-bye.